One, go. Yes, I will start.
Okay.
Yes, hello everyone. We are gathered here for another debate today. We have a returning guest, Harsh Kumar, who will
Hello.
be joining my team today. And we are against Cayman. And the topic which we chose today is innovation versus invention. And me and Harsh are supporting innovation, whereas Cayman is supporting invention. We will take 2 minutes to think and then we will start our debate.
Yes. 2 minutes for the ideation. Harsh, you have book, right, Harsh?
अच्छा बुक भी चाहिए क्या?
Yeah, start up.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, we'll take 2 minutes. Start.
Kevin, sir.
Shall we start? Yes.
Yes,
okay.
I'll go.
you can.
I'll
Who will
start.
start?
Good.
Okay.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. Hello. Today I'll be supporting invention against innovation. Let me start by clearly stating what is the difference between both. In invention is like getting something from zero to one, and innovation is improving that whatever is created at next stage. I truly support invention because it is the start. It is from where other things take place. First ideology is innovation cannot take place without invention. You need to invent something, and then only you can take it further. For example, Thomas Alva Edison invented light bulb, and from there itself, now we have different censored lights that run on gestures and many other stuffs. Second, a whole industry called as research industry is working under invention, and like there is a huge need even as a nation, as an Indian. In India, we we find it is very important to look consider invention, And recent statistics show that we have a very less original models from India, ML models. And this is one of the example like why we should focus on invention more than innovation. Third, although there is difficulty to market entry is little difficult for invention, but if it works, it will give you high return of investment, and because you have a kind of monopoly when you put something new, and yeah, that is one another thing. And to touch onto some attributes or like creativity and imaginative power, invention is again leading in as compared to innovation. And the last thing which I would like to really focus on is it makes you think out of the box. There might be certain problems which you don't even know exist, but that could be addressed to invention. Like, for example, there's AI now. In few days, we will be saturated with that. But there are somebody working on quantum computing. That time we will know the need of taking it ahead, going finding other problems which could be solved. So yeah, we can address some problems which are not even known to us through invention and not innovation. Thus, I support invention more than innovation. Over to Harsh. Harsh, you can start.
Okay, yeah, really great points. So I'll be keeping my points for why innovation is better. Uh, okay, so first of all, I feel that why reinvent the wheel when you can continue building on the blocks that is already built by other people. People have put on their time and have built the base. So we just take it, understand it, and try to use it for to solve the similar or other problems. The advantages that innovation give in this fast-paced world is that, for example, there are two startups competing. One keeps reinventing the wheel from scratch, and maybe the other one takes the open source resources and fast-paced builds whatever they need. So in this way, the startup that went with innovation will drive out the startup that is reinventing the wheel of everything. So in this way, it will it will reach the customers first and it will drive out the competition. So that will be problematic. And another thing can be that there is no guarantee that if you start from scratch, if you're rebuilding the wheel from scratch, there's no guarantee that you will build a better wheel. But instead, if you take a already built wheel, do some great modifications with it, you might build the world's fastest car or something. Because level 1 is done, you took that level 1 and you took it to level 100 by using your this. And of course, it promotes community because we have a world of open source developer who have built a lot of things, and then a new people come who build on the top of that, and then more people who build on the top of that again, and the innovation cycle continues, and things like keep getting stronger, 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 and bigger and better. And this can be taken in general, uh, in general we can take like in mechanical also we have things like those open source designs and all, and using those they are able to build the blocks better, better, and better. So yeah, I feel innovation is the fundamental of engineering and many other fields in this way. On to Ayush, would you like to add some points?
Yes, sure. So, uh, just to start, I want to clarify that innovation is something from zero to one, and innovation we take it from one to hundreds and thousands. And it is much easier to take stuff from one to thousand instead of starting from zero to one. Speaking from business point of view, it's very difficult to first of all invent anything, and even to get funding for it is very difficult in today's world because in this capitalist world, everyone wants to get a good return, but there is no surety that you will get a good return on a invention because the likelihood of successing is very difficult. And also in today's fast moving world, we are not really sure if whatever you are inventing will be uh, even reliable in the time by the time it is done, by the time it is produced. Also giving some examples about innovations, like iPhone was an innovation and not an invention. It was developed from already existing smartphone just to this try to solve even better problems which existing phones lacked, and they tried to develop more and more, and it got better and better over time. So starting something from scratch is really difficult. Also, another example is Napster. which was which provided you to download music for free in like early 2000s. But what businessmen did was like it was illegal to do so. But after that, some companies like software came into the picture where they build up on the principle of Napster, but not for doing the illegal stuff. They tried to innovate something based on the existing idea, and by that logic, apps like Spotify were born. And for that reasons, I think innovation is much easier than invention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great points.
good points. Yeah, really well said question, Ayush. Like now we'll go into rebuttal phase. Any questions?
Like,
Asking each other's questions. Like Harsh
okay,
and Ayush will
yeah,
ask question to me. I'll ask question to you.
yeah, like I have a bunch of questions actually. So the first point was made about addition inventing the wheel, like inventing the bulb.
Mm,
So that was a great thing. But after Edison, the next person that came, he didn't again reinvent the bulb. He took the principles from Edison study. He built on the top of that and built a maybe a bulb that lasts a year, while Edison might have built something that lasts a month something. So that's again where innovation went in. Then the next point was about that. One example was given that models from India should be invented or should be innovated. Again, like if we start from scratch, there's no guarantee that we will reach the level of US or what China is. So maybe it's better we take up the open source model that we have from Hugging Face and all and build on the top of that and reach where those people are. Again, then that is the ROI part. There's no guarantee if we build from scratch. Like Ayush has mentioned, we might not reach there. And points are made about creativity,
mm.
thinking out of the box, and other things. But these are common to innovation and invention, I feel. So yeah, both promote it. And of course, there's a famous statement that solution to problems already exist. We need to understood those and apply those to similar problems. So that's where again innovation comes in and tries to fasten the process of doing things.
Yes.
So these were some points from my side.
Yeah. Yes. Let me try to get some questions again. First thing you mentioned about durability, and okay, let me start by mentioning about ROI. Like as you said about ROI, and I have also mentioned this in my points as well. That if it works, it can give you greater ROI because you kind of set a monopoly. Like you start something which is like people are not aware that is a problem. Like many a times, maybe something. Let us take example of some disease like AIDS. Like if somebody invented some solution for that, or somebody came up with that solution, then we know the problem exists, we know the solution, and there will be monopoly with whoever comes with that. So ROI, I think, if your problem statement has a weight, if your solution has a weight, then ROI is not the major issue.
Hmm.
Second, about durability, you mentioned about Thomas Alva Edison, and like the bulb which was invented earlier are not that good or not that durable, but then again whatever innovations were made later on. So I think this it in itself tries to give answer, because there should be a start somewhere. And even now, like now there is innovation, like innovation is very common, like many people are there who are innovative now. But we should promote invention more as well, because there should be somebody who is coming up, oh, this is the problem, and then figuring out how. There should be somebody who finds problem in the world where we have like settled down. So yeah, this is what I feel. This is why I strongly believe invention is better.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to counter one of your point. You
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that whoever invents gets the monopoly and gets the majority of share, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really agree with this point because I will give you two examples. Nokia was the first brand who mass produced the phone and like had the majority of the share. Also, BlackBerry, they were like the market leader at that time, but they stick to their invention and didn't really try to innovate their product because they had the keyboard type of phones. And whenever when iPhone was released, when the keyboard was gone and it was replaced by touchscreen completely, the market share of both the companies dipped very drastically, and now it's almost not even in existence. And many other brands are having a big market share. And also, second example I would like to give is also about SIM cards, because earlier companies like BSNL and Vodafone were the market leaders, and like when Geo came in, it was like a big disruption. They innovated the completely different solution, and like now both the companies are almost not even in existence. So I don't think if you invent something, you will get the monopoly in the market, and you will always get the better return. So what do you think about this?
Yes. Uh, Nice question, Ayush. Speaking about monopoly, what if touchscreen phones were not patentized? I don't know if that is the word. They do not have patent, but just imagine if they had patent, so much ROI they could have made from that. So, what do you have? Do you not agree to this? Like they could have got so much money after that, or maybe
But
there
like
are.
we really can't say if touchscreen technology was a invention or innovation, because we already had touchscreen tech like that before. Like Apple Newton phone was only there. For example, you can use touchscreen and all, but it was just after a decade when other technologies grew and innovation was done, and it was made into a much better multi-touch display. So first question will be if it was innovation or if it was invention. And yeah, we can patent innovations as well, because it's different than what was there earlier. It is an increment on it.
Mhm.
And yeah, one more good example came on and given us that like for AIDS, like he was saying that if someone invents the vaccine for it, let's say. But then again, do you want to invent there, like take the AIDS virus, experiment with it, and play with it day and night so that you can come up with a vaccine for it? Or do you want to study a bunch of already existing viruses whose solutions are already there
Mhm.
and try to like replicate it for AIDS? Like which one of these might give a faster result has to be like seen. Of course, AIDS is in development, so a lot of things has to be seen.
Yes, studying about, like you mentioned, that there are some researches made, but until and unless you get your product, you get the first type of first first thing in the market, then it is called as invention. And again, regarding if you have to say about DNA and all, there are so many other gene materials in the DNA, and we still now doesn't know that what the encodings are. Like if the 100% of it is there, around 80 or 80% will be something which we don't even know. It is like a black box, and we don't know why it is even existing. So nobody has
Hmm.
thought cracked that, and nobody has come up. But once they come up with it, we will come to know a lot of stuff about humanity itself. So I would like to say that invention is very much needed, because we'll come to know about many things in the world which we are not aware of right now.
Hmm.
Okay, my question to
But then
you.
again, like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, continue, continue.
My question to you all is, like, innovation is very common, right? Like there are many innovators, but there are very few inventors. And there should be somebody who can plan out, like, space exploration. We should try to go on other planets, like Elon Musk or anybody. But there should be somebody who comes up with certain ideas, like not just space exploration but other stuffs as well. What do you all think? Like, isn't it supposed to be promoted more? Isn't it supposed to be like, yeah, promoted more than in innovation? Because the innovation is like there are too many people out there, right?
Hmm. It has to be like space exploration is a very important part, but I think again innovation will help us to reach there faster. Like they have already built up rockets, they're modifying with their like incrementing knowledge on that and making it better and better. So now we have like refueling rockets and all, or rockets that can come back and then again be sent again. So like this also like brings in investor, because they know this can give more ROI now. It wasn't only like you send a rocket and it got wasted.
Mhm.
It again comes back. You maybe again may have to put another 25% of the original cost, but you can reuse it again. So yeah, through innovation they have achieved like reusability on like companies like SpaceX. Even ISRO is trying to achieve that. So yeah, that will accelerate the industry. So the more we can do, the more people will come in to invest in it.
Okay, my
So that
another
is what
question
I
would,
would
would
say.
be, you mentioned about reusable rockets. what was there before reusable rocket? Can you just tell me the hierarchy, if whatever you know, like what was the start?
Start was that they'll send a ball like Smoothnik and all. They just throw it out, and after that they'll have a better rockets like that will have this propulsion. Again, from where that propulsion comes in, they have such propulsion at other places. They took it and they put it in the rocket, so that's sending it outside the this space. And like that they have like incrementally built it, and now that's industry established. Otherwise it was too expensive to do the things, or too hard to do the things, lesser people in it. And like humans are like alive only for 70 years. If we are inventing and reinventing everything, then might not even see what we invented. So that is also there.
Do you all have any questions or any points to add?
Not from
You
my
mentioned
side.
about Tesla and all the not Tesla, sorry, SpaceX and all the space exploration part. Do you know like who invented the space exploration first? You only know the who innovated it, not the one who invented it, right?
This is
Like,
so
so
wrong.
innovation is more important.
Yes, this is so wrong to say.
So wrong.
You're judging on my knowledge right now. But if I asked you who invented, invented bulb, you will say Thomas Alva Edison.
Thomas
Who
Edison.
innovated the first bulb? Do you have any answer to that? Like we usually forget who did the second thing, right? Just because
Hmm.
this one is famous, Elon Musk is famous, we cannot just stick with that.
No, that was just an example, but my point was that like everyone remembers the innovated solution, not the inventor. Like even like because the bulb one is famous, we know it. Like most of the
Yeah.
cases, we don't even know who invented it.
Yeah,
So I
Facebook
think
is the
innovation
best
is
example. Like social network, MySpace, and so many other people were there before
yeah.
that. But today, Facebook dominates the market. They came with a better product, better innovation. They used new technologies, and today we are here. They own like social media at this point.
I think
MySpace is nowhere to be found.
more than innovators, like we will know the recent one, whoever is the CEO or recent any like boom, but inventors will be always remembered more. Like you say Charles Babbage, you say Bill Gates, you say. I think inventors will we will always ask who invented this rather than who innovated this at this stage, who innovated it that stage. So I feel it is really wrong to say that inventors are forgotten.
I disagree with that. You know the inventor of Sputnik, like
Hmm.
because like the first rocket that was sent in the space, that wasn't like commercially much useful, so no one cares that much. But today's we care about ISRO, we care about SpaceX because they can give commercial returns, very heavy commercial returns. So that's how like capitalist people are like स्पुतनिक ने क्या ही किया उससे कौन जानते हैं इन्वेंटर ऑफ स्पुतनिक एंड ऑल
Like speaking about the returns part, like inventing something has much higher entry barrier, whereas innovation is much easier. So, like, what do you want to say about it? Also, many investors tend to invest in already existing product which are innovating and doing a better solution rather than the existing solution. But it's very difficult to get even funding for such when you're trying to invent because it's very unpredictable.
Yeah, I think this is the same reason why research centers are there and they have been paid and people do PhD and people learn, start to think in that perspective. And like they have been funded by government for the same reason, right?
भाई मगर इसका पूरा रे लगा
Yeah.
like topic इतना बड़ा ना रे
No,
one
maybe
sided
okay. There's a saturation of thoughts. Maybe like there's
yeah
no other point coming, and through mutual understanding, we can like. Do you all have anything to like?
no
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Feedback.
Feedback part.
yeah good.
Uh,
Okay, let's go.
yes, feedback part.
Yeah, feedback.
One
Was
Uh,
I
wrong thing.
looking in the camera?
Huh?
Sorry, you continue,
Yeah,
continue, continue.
one wrong part which I did was, when Hurst you started and you were saying keeping and you said kicking. I don't know why I started laughing, just because of friendliness maybe, but I felt bad after doing that, and yeah,
Why
just like
laughing?
this. No,
Why?
I just smiled. I just smiled. I don't know, but
Is it bad?
no,
In
it is not
debate?
bad. But I just wanted to apologize.
Achha. Hey,
Eh,
I didn't even notice. Okay.
Kicking.
uh,
What is the red
from
debate
But
and
you all
from
all?
the
had really
feedback
good
part,
points.
like
like you were counter
This was
arguing me
one-sided,
very
right?
nicely. Like
Yeah.
I had no other, like sometimes I did not have even words to say. I was stuck with whatever you were asking. Any other feedbacks?
I said
Yes,
topic
I'll
was not
start.
good.
Hmm?
I didn't feel the topic is very good, like invention and innovation.
Uh-huh.
Or even reinventing the wheel and innovation would have been
Really?
little bit one-sided topic, I feel.
Yes.
Uh, I agree. The topic, like, it was still better. Like the topic which we had yesterday, it was very dull. Like at
Yes,
least
yes.
today's topic was much better. I think we
Okay.
had some points. Like from the feedback part, I'll start with Harsh.
Hmm.
Like when we were doing the rebuttal phase and you were asking question, like you bombarded Kiman with a lot of question, and even I forgot what your questions were.
Hmm.
So maybe
Okay.
while asking the question, it's fine if you are asking all the questions at first, but
Hmm.
maybe try to frame it like my I have some points, and like
Ah,
my first question is like 1, 2, 3, 4. So at least Kiman will be able to like note
okay.
down one, two,
Got it.
so it
Got
will
it.
be easier to reply also.
Hmm.
This
Wait,
is a
I'll write this
And
down.
like again, same point
Feedback.
for us was
Ah.
about looking at the camera.
Okay. Was it better than last time?
it
Fair
was
enough.
better than last time. Uh,
You are
Yeah,
consciously
it was
trying. Like I
better,
know
but
I'm not looking, but consciously I'm trying these days. Okay, so progress is there. Looking at the camera.
okay.
mhm.
Also about the like first point which I just mentioned, just to add on, like Harsh to ask me many questions, so I use it as a
Ah.
tactic. Like I noted down whatever question you asked which I could answer,
Ah.
and I
Ah. Ah.
just skipped to the questions
Okay.
which
Okay.
like which I wasn't able to answer. So that is one
Ah.
disadvantage
Ah. Ah.
you faced. So just
Damn.
ask
I
question
write
one
this
by
down.
one.
दिख लेता हूँ
Yeah,
काम आएगा.
either ask one by one or like structure it properly
Two,
for 1, 2, 3, 4. So
one,
Kemal will be obliged to
one.
answer 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay,
If
got
yeah,
it.
and if you don't, we can easily catch him otherwise.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Or uh, yeah, I think one by one is better than saying as
Uh, for
for.
Kemal, I think it was fine. Like from maybe like the topic was little easier from our side to speak than from your side. Like maybe you could have focused on like without invention, innovation is not even possible. So you should have like emphasized more on that.
Yeah,
More on
that part would have
yes.
been like difficult to counter.
Counter, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Even
yeah.
I agree. I did not stress much on that. Like I just said it in a point. And while I was asking her question, right, like what was there before, I
Hmm.
was trying to put you in the scenario where I could ask you how did
Yeah.
that come up. But
Yeah.
then I
I
only forgot
used
why I
feedback
asked you
there.
the question.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was hoping you would ask that. Then I was going to say ask the same question about like, do you remember who invented it? And then I would have given the same example. I was waiting for you to ask. Like I
Okay.
was expecting you were going to ask something like that, like trying to trick us, but you didn't
Nice.
ask.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Uh,
Like maybe because Hers took it very long to answer. It took so much time. Maybe you forgot afterwards.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And he also
So
mentioned
yeah,
about
okay,
some things
fine.
which I only don't know, like propulsions. He told about something throwing up and all. So I was like, let it be.
बोल देने का भाई कौन वेरीफाई कर रहा है.
Okay, one feedback I have is like topic wasn't that bad to be honest. Like we had worse topics in this. Maybe her like it was
Yes.
like after a long time we came.
Ah, I've like
Eh,
seen only two topics
yes,
here.
yes,
Yeah,
and
this is her second time, right? So that's
yeah,
why it
Yeah,
maybe
first
felt a
topic was
little
more
boring.
balanced, I
But
felt.
but trust me, this was much better than the topic
Yeah.
which we had yesterday. Yesterday's topic was
What?
our marriage is still relevant. We had no idea what to talk.
and
K1 was with.
I was supporting, and somebody
K1 का नहीं
It
commented on
was
रहता
a
YouTube
भाई
boring
a
marriage.
long
marriage.
paragraph.
Got it.
Uh,
Like yesterday, I had no points. Literally no points.
Yeah, got it.
and
Yeah,
like
K1 at points today, no doubt.
you could have said something very professionally, Harsh, like we are not getting
Hmm.
some more points. Like you should not have come out of that zone and said pura re. No, just a suggestion for any future,
Okay,
maybe
okay.
any formal sittings, like you come up with some
Gaga.
proper statements.
Okay, okay.
Other than
Yeah,
Total
that,
like
formal.
at least
मैंने किया था.
when we are speaking, like let us
हाँ.
be try as much as professional as much possible.
Hmm.
As much professional
possible.
as much as possible.
Yes, yes.
ऐका मेरे boys. अरे.
Other than that, no feedbacks.
Okay, okay. लिख लेता हूँ काम आएगा.
No, I know it's difficult to like be professional when only three of us are here. Like
Yeah,
we
with
know
you
each
guys
other
that
from a
too,
long
like.
time and spent so much time in hostel.
Uh,
Like if any other participants were there, then it would be much. We
दो
would be
देता
slightly
भाई.
more professional.
Yes, yes.
But this is fun.
This is fun. This is fun. I had fun. Okay.
I hope they don't watch the recording.
Let's go.
Shall we go to the next part where we think from other perspective, or do you have any
Hmm.
feedback to add?
I think we're good. Like
Yes.
one thing I liked about that, Ayush had added some good example. I feel examples take better this than points. Like they
Yes.
add
Yes.
more
Yeah, one more
power.
thing we learned, like when the topics are like this type of topic, like bit
Hmm.
abstract in nature, then it's better to give more examples because it's
Yeah,
difficult to like keep up coming with new points.
Yes. Yes.
correct.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Ayush, what was that one point which you mentioned in the start? Like I was writing and then I missed the point. Like in the start only you mentioned 2 points, right? One about phone and second point was about Spotify something.
Yes, Napster and Spotify.
Maybe I'll watch the video again. Yeah. Mm,
We
Napster.
learned it more
Oh
during
yeah. So
Napster
legal
was
issues
there
are
for
called
one
up,
of the
right?
subject.
Yeah, it went in legal issues more in Napster due to piracy and
Yes,
all.
if you
uh,
have seen Social Network, then you might be aware of it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
uh,
That founder joins the Facebook, I think later.
Yes, Sean
nice.
Parker.
Yeah,
I'll
Like I
watch.
recently saw it again. That's why I
yeah.
was like, I remember
Introduction
Fresh
is
in the
this.
great
memory.
now about the founder.
Okay,
He doesn't remember.
let's go to the next
Okay.
phase. Thinking from
Yeah.
other perspective. Okay, take 1 minute to
Hmm.
think from other perspective. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we
Okay,
go.
I will start. Uh,
Okay.
maybe you could have started either introduced something on this line, or maybe you could have countered us. Maybe you could have started like, imagine a building which is innovated again and again, and you are adding floor after floor after floor. But what if
Mm,
the foundation is weak?
foundation. Yes.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Invention part is
Yeah, yeah.
like the foundation is weak, and like it will collapse within few days, even with a little bit of shock. But with a strong invention or a strong foundation, we can have, and maybe you could have continued,
Yes.
and you should have maybe mentioned about like zero, find invention of zero, like the Aryabhatta's example, and from zero we found everything, like binary language was possible because of zero, and so on.
I like the first example, but I did not really
Yeah.
get the second example really well.
Like without the invention of zero is one of the most important
Yeah,
uh,
it's
not
Invention.
important
like
invention.
zero is not invention. Maybe I'm not getting a correct word. Like without zero, not many things are possible, right?
Mm, mm,
Hmm.
mm.
Like
Yeah,
from
we
zero,
don't
many
know
things
like
were built.
without zero what life have been today.
Yes, yes,
Never
Hmm.
researched it.
yes.
Let's just check.
Yeah, that's it.
First, you have any points to add?
Yeah, from my side, just what Ayush mentioned that like invention would have given a chance to improve something fundamentally. Like even if Marshall had built one tool, but 8 months later it's got like bug in the initial stage only. We are
Hmm.
facing a lot of issues. So and yeah, would have helped if fundamentally it was good. And another example was that sometimes innovation can be like I think Cayman had tried to come up with that point that what is it? Screen tech,
Mm-hmm.
screen patented by Apple. Otherwise, they didn't patent it, so other used it and built one. Like that, once again in the past, Apple had patented the GUI, like graphical user interface.
Huh,
So Microsoft was still on the terminal, Apple was on GUI.
huh.
So and Bill Gates was like, they want that GUI because he knew this is the next big thing, but he just couldn't go and take it. It's patented. Secondly, it's hard to build. They didn't know how they even achieved it. So they played some like this would have been a good point,
Hmm.
but just for extra information, they played something sneaky. They just went and collabed with Apple. They came up with their own software, which is called Windows.
Hmm.
So that's how like they kind of stole it.
Hmm.
But even Apple stole it from someone. But that is the thing. Invented something so good that they would have got full market share and everything. And you just can't go and take it. Patents and all of that. So
Hmm.
that would have cost them legal issues.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think Cayman had tried to mention it. Just some better example might have
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah.
Not even this, even some other better.
Yes. I think there was some knowledge gap in me. Like I did not know, like whatever you said, I really did not know about that. And
Okay.
like it would have been a great example. And even what Ayush mentioned, like I should have started with the foundation. Like it would have been
Yeah.
so
Foundation
like
is very good.
gripping. Really, really
Mhm.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Speaking from your perspective, do you have any other points to add from my perspective?
Not no no no.
Speaking for your perspective, first point could be a market need. You innovate when you
Mhm.
understand the market. Like people need certain
Mhm.
things. Maybe they what I can say. Your phone is there, then wireless earphone. Like people need
Mhm.
understand that that is a need. So from market need, you
Yeah.
can innovate, and it would be good for people itself. Second,
Mhm.
not all inventions are useful. I think you all mentioned this, but maybe some example like zipline. Zipline is an invention, but
Yeah.
it could be
Examples we didn't give. We like said that it's no guarantee invention will actually work, but examples we should have added.
yes, but
Yeah.
innovation will mostly because it is seen from the market need, it will help.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
third
And what
thing,
do you think about Cipla? Like, is there something example you are giving?
yeah, Shark Tank, zipline you don't know,
Cipla
no zipline,
pharmaceutical company.
zipline.
Acha,
There
that
was a startup
zipline?
which came in Shark
Uh,
Tank. Like
mm,
they put a mask for a cup, like while drinking, so that your lips are not touched
yeah.
with that. So that was the
Yeah, I'd
invention.
seen it. I'd seen
Yes.
it. I'd seen it. Okay.
And third point could be like even when you are inventing something, you will use the innovated product like uh,
Mhm,
software which is present now, maybe ChatGPT or something which is there right now,
mhm.
which is innovated. You won't go on the old browsers to search certain things.
Yeah.
So even if you are inventing, you need innovation. So that could
Mhm.
be a point. And yeah, only these are the only points that I had.
Sounds good. Actually, topic was interesting. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Shall we go on the ChatGPT? You all have anything to discuss? Like, what do you all feel like? Apart from the topic, what do you all feel? Invention or innovation? Which one is better?
Innovation में scratch से नहीं करने का.
Innovation.
Yeah, even I support innovation, but there should be some like some initiation to invent something. Like there should be some group at least to just a second, something happened. There should be a group, or there should be some course maybe in the like research sector which like gives attention towards that. And like innovation is more common, I feel, and like inventors should be also promoted.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
agree. Like maybe the 20% they allotted to invention, then like I said, fundamentally we might have improved many things by now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Also, like maybe you guys are not aware, there are like adult tinkering labs like established in many schools nowadays to promote invention and like building up new things.
Hmm.
So if you are aware, you could have mentioned it, but It's not that relevant.
What you said? Utter Tinker Labs.
Tinkering lab, yes.
Uh, okay, that is it. Do you all have any questions, or shall we go to ChatGPT part?
Mm,
Yeah, ChatGPT.
yeah, we
Yes, let us
can.
go to find some more points.
Dance.
Hmm. Do you all need more time?
ChatGPT.
Yeah,
No, no. We are good.
are you starting? Yeah, Ayush, you can take a lead.
Mm. Yes, from your side, you could have mentioned these 2 points. Invention leads makes new industries possible.
Hmm.
For example, you could give an example of electric vehicles because electric vehicle is invention. Like I agree that two wheelers are already existing, but we can't really say EVs are innovation. It's more like an invention, right? So maybe of that it could given like basically invention leads to creation of new industries and hence more jobs and so on. And second point was about patents because once you create something and even if it is patented others can use it but they have to pay you some royalty, so that will incentivize more creators to invent more stuff. And even if they use your stuff and even something more innovative solution are built, they have to pay you some royalty, so that will incentivize invention more. Yeah.
Harsh?
Okay. Uh, yeah, similar points only, but I didn't understand the meaning of that. Like, can we call electric vehicle
Yeah,
invention or innovation?
it is
That is only
invention,
logic.
Ayush. It is invention. It is innovation.
Invention.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. It's not
Yes.
fundamentally like,
You
yeah,
know,
even defining those two are difficult, or maybe not. And
there
this,
is a
yeah.
thin line, thin boundary. Like we don't understand what to call exactly invention and what like if we bring something and it uses plastic, can we call it invention? Because plastic has been used before that. So even amidst the questions which you were asking me, I got confused.
Yeah, like, and
Uh,
the second point also,
second point of Ayush was about patents.
yeah, patent one is good.
Yes. Do you have any point to add, Harsh?
No, no, not apart from this. Just
Okay, I do have a point to add. First, about legacy and longevity. Inventions have a lasting impact, often becoming cultural icons, but innovation may fade as trend goes. Like trend may change, innovation may change. But
hmm,
invention is something which longs last. And maybe what Ayush meant to say was, but good, not good example. Some invention inadvertently change the world. Like it changes the world, it changes the market. For example, the discovery of X-ray transform medical diagnostics, something no amount of innovation could have predicted.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
So maybe that example was little wrong. Yes,
Hmm. Yeah, something fundamentally changes everything. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. They basically created a new
New
market
market.
eventually.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Other than that, I was looking into the like importance of zero. That confused me like a lot.
Importance of zero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
what are
one.
the
Uh,
hmm.
like ancient people didn't have zero, so he's saying that they weren't able to do arithmetic efficiently and they weren't able to work with large numbers
Uh,
efficiently. He's saying,
uh-huh.
but zero is just a notation. So I'm totally confused what's going on here. Mainly, I feel maths might be the equations is one
Binary
thing.
number zero
Zero.
one without.
Yeah, binary
Yeah.
zero
Again,
and
it,
one wouldn't be
first example
connected.
it gave was of binary, but then I told him, what if I take one, two as the binary numbers? What would it make it?
I used to say think of same thing. Like I don't
Yeah.
really understand. Like
Yeah. I'm
maybe
still not
like
understanding.
one and two represent there is something, right, but zero is like nothing is there. Maybe for that reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Even I feel so
Yeah.
because zero is mostly associated with null and like nothing. So maybe yes.
Equations and all mix it together. Yeah, it's mean like in simpler points, is saying like Roman people or the Greeks people are having trouble to count larger numbers because of that.
Because of zero.
Even it's saying Babylonians something used base 60 something because they didn't have a zero, but it caused them more problem. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we
Yes.
Yeah,
need a math
also
prof.
in like Roman numbers there is no zero symbol
Yes.
for zero if you guys are
Yeah,
aware.
no symbol
Yes.
for zero.
There's no zero.
Fewer. It's even saying like fewer concepts are possible, like zero balance.
Like in thermo 0 degree Celsius, like that you mean?
Yeah, it's saying concepts won't be possible, it says. But people know. Nothing means what people will know now, if not zero.
Yes, yes.
I'm getting confused what's going on.
We'll think maybe after this. I'll just stop the recording. Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Yes. Do you all have
Okay.
anything else to add?
Bye. Okay.
No, no,
Okay,
no, no,
then see you
mathematics will
tomorrow.
get
Okay.
me.
Bye.
Okay.
Chalo, Harsh, it
See
was
ya.
fun. Okay, having you.
Bye.
Chal,
Oh,
bye.
yeah, it was.
It was fun. Chal,
Bye,
take care.
boys.
Yes, yes.
Bye, bye.
Okay.